What's up, YouTube? It's Zack with the Underground here to talk to you about a deck that I think a lot of people kind of forgot about. Going to talk to you a little bit about Junk Doppel. The deck kind of lost popularity when Synchros just got smacked in the nuts, especially, once the plant engine got hit. A lot of people just stopped thinking about it, especially with the prevalence that Valor saw in the last couple of formats. It made the deck a little bit more difficult to run, but now that Valor is kind of on the decline, this deck is a little bit safer to run. It's a really interesting deck for those of you that haven't played it before. I'll kind of get into it when I actually start talking about the deck, but the cards that just really wreck this deck are Valor, Skill Drain, and Macro, and then stuff like Deck Dev. Because the deck is entirely small monsters and it's entirely synchro based, it doesn't really have anything that floats per se. It's very much an all or nothing deck, but when it goes all hard. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this profile, and we'll kind of just go over what I'm talking about here. We're going to start off with a Dandelion, because Dandelion is a badass. Look at that sassy flower. That sassy flower will kick your shit, especially when you discard it for quick draw or discard it for, 1-for-1. That got a hand opening of 1-for-1 Dandy. Yeah, still works with this deck. Really awesome. Next we got 2 Doppel Warriors. Doppel Warriors fantastic because you do a lot of special summoning out of the graveyard with this deck. So having him as a utility card to special out of the hand, plus when he's synced off, you get 2 more Doppel tokens that are level 1 each, which are also very easy to work with and also help with synchro summoning this deck. It's actually kind of depressing that formula is only a 1, because you can make 3 formula at least with this deck if you really wanted to. So kind of depressing that formula is at 1, but Doppel Warriors what helps make that possible. Moving on. 2 Valor, because you still kind of need Valor. I mean, I play it because it's a 1-star tuner, so I can use it to sync off if I need to, but it also kind of stops plays. One of the heart tuners of the deck, Junk Synchron. When he's normal summoned, you special summon a level 2 or lower monster from your graveyard in defense position and negate its effects. There are so many targets in this deck, it's ridiculous. So this card is nearly always live and makes for some disgusting synchro plays. Next we play 3 Level Eaters, mainly for the fact that you want to see Level Eater pretty quickly. I'm kind of considering cutting it to 2 and putting 1 hand destruction in here just to relieve when you draw into like this and Quillbolt and you don't really want them in your hand. I haven't really decided yet. This is just kind of a kind of a version 1 sort of. Going on 3 Quick Draw. Quick Draw is the boss tuner of this deck. It is disgusting. It can only be used for the synchro summon of a Synchron monster, but he is scary good. He makes it possible to go into pretty much anything, and he is part of the combo for a turn 1 Quasar off of 3 cards. I'll get into that when I get to the extra deck. Next, 2 Quillbolt Hedgehogs. I don't think anybody really thought too much of this card when it first came out, but it's really useful for the fact that it's a level 2 that can special summon itself from the graveyard if you've got a tuner on the field, and also it's searchable by Road Warrior. So I'll get to his importance here in a bit. Sangan, because it searches everything in the deck. I don't play tour guides because I don't have room to exceed with this deck. You see all these cards in the extra deck, and I swear to you, I need every single one of them. So I don't really have room to exceed, so I've got Sangan in there so just to search. 2 Synchron Explorers. He is fantastic because he makes it very easy to go into a level 5, level 7, or set up for any other synchro, because if you drop him, you can grab Junk Synchron, Quick Draw Synchron, or Unknown. He's got 8 targets, so he's pretty nice to have around. I play Double Trag. I don't play Gores because of the Call of the Haunteds. I usually use the Call of the Haunteds to sync off more, meaning the calls stay. So having Trag is better, and plus because of the madness that you can pull off with Hyper Librarian, you usually have a pretty decently sized hand, so Trag is pretty good. Not to mention his level manipulation is beautiful, so it really helps to be able to basically set up to have whatever level you want on the field. Rounded out with 2 Unknown Synchrons because he's a level 1 tuner that's kind of like Cyber Dragon, and he's also searchable with Road Warrior. Again, I'll get to his importance when I get to the extra deck. Spells, got Allure because we have a bajillion and a half dark targets. So, yeah, if you need to draw cards, here you go. Dark Hole, Foolish, Heavy, Mind Control, Reborn, 3 MST, 1-for-1, Avarice, and Rhoda, and 3 tunings. All of these are staple for this deck, especially the MSTs, because you need to make sure that your plays go off. And also the triple tuning, because you have 6 targets in the deck, and it mills 1 whenever, you search. The tuning is a card that needs to be reprinted. I'm going to make a little tiny tangent right now. Tuning needs to be reprinted. It was only printed once in Star Strike Blast, and it needs to be reprinted because this is the only card that is stopping anybody from playing Junk right now. Like, this card is what makes Junk work as well as it does, but it's only got 1 print. It's an Ultra or Ultimate, and I know it says 27 right there. On eBay, it goes anywhere between like 15 and 25 usually. That's about what I've been seeing. But it's ridiculous. It's almost as bad as E-Telly, and both of those only have 1 print, and we can see what that does to the price. It's insane. Tuning is just a ridiculously good card. You can tell it's Spirit of the Harp there. Sorry, random tangent again. But yeah, there are only 2 cards that are stopping a lot of people from playing Junk, and it is Tuning and Quasar, both because of price. Tuning at least 2 is a necessity for this deck. 3 is ideal. So that's that. And then lastly, I play 2 Call the Haunteds because it just makes additional synchro derpiness. It's really awesome. I love abusing Call the Haunted. It's great. Float a level 5 synchro, set Call the Haunted on their turn, flip Call the Haunted, get formula, nuke their entire field with Black Rose. Never gets old. Never gets old. Anyway, going on to the extra deck. We got formula because, formula, synchro deck. Of course it's going to be here. Card makes pluses forever. Armory Arm, because sometimes you just need to make Armory Arm to make your plays go off. Catastor, because Catastor. Junk Warrior, because this card can get so damn big. Plus it's part of the Quasar OTK. I'll explain that once I finish going through all the synchros. Hyper Librarian, because, again, you're playing a synchro deck. Of course you're going to play Hyper Librarian. Drill Warrior, because you can drill lock people with Quick Draw and Dandy. Discard Dandy to get Quick Draw, sync off with one of the tokens in a Drill Warrior. Drill Warrior's effect, discard a card from your hand, banish. When it comes back, add Dandy back to your hand. Have his attack directly for 12, discard Dandy, get 2 tokens. You have continual field protection while continually poking for 1200. It's really nice. Yeah, Drill Warrior luck. It's fun. Got your generic 6 in Guy Knight. Your other level 6 is Junk Gardener. This is another guy you can use if you just want to set up a meat shield. During either player's turn, once per turn, you can change the battle position of a monster on your opponent's side of the field. Yeah, and he's got 2600 defense, so obviously if you don't want him to get run over, you can make sure that he doesn't. Generic 7, Black Rose, kill everything if you need to. Works. Other level 7 we play is Junk Archer. Junk Archer is a badass. He's kind of like Chaos Sorcerer, except the monster comes back. Yeah, he just makes sure that you have an open field to kick the crap out of your opponent with. For 8s, we got 3 of them. We got Junk Destroyer. If you want to clear the field up, go to this guy. He just takes out everything in the universe. When you synchro summon, you destroy a number of monsters on your opponent's side of the field equal a number of non-tuners you use to make him. Yeah, you typically use at least 2 with this deck, so you can just kill things with him. Road Warrior. He is such a boss. When he is synchro summoned, or, not when he's synchro summoned, once per turn, you can special summon a level 2 or lower warrior or machine type monster from your deck. For this deck, you can target, Doppel Warrior, Quillbolt, Unknown. Pretty sure you can get Synchron Explorer too. Depressing thing, you can't get Level Eater. That kind of blows. But you can get a lot of really nice things with Road Warrior. And plus he's a 3000 attack beater. So what's not to love? Then Stardust, because it's Stardust. I mean, Shooting Star, because Shooting Star, especially fun if your opponent, Starlight Roads you or something, you mind control their Stardust, make formula, and go into Shooting Star and then laugh at them. And then the almighty Shooting Quasar Dragon. Oh yes, Shooting Quasar. There are so many ways to make Quasar with this deck, but there is a 3-card combo. If you guys haven't heard it, I am about to enlighten you. You are about to be brought into the light. You need in hand a Quick Draw, a Level Eater, and a Synchron Explorer. Discard Level Eater for Quick Draw. Eat off one of Quick Draw's levels with Level Eater. Bring Level Eater out. Sync 5 into Junk Warrior. Now, normal summon Synchron Explorer. Special summon Quick Draw. Eat a level off of Junk Warrior. Sync 8 into Road Warrior with Quick Draw, Synchron Explorer, and Level Eater. Use Road Warrior's effect. Special summon Unknown Synchron from your deck. Eat a level off of your Road Warrior. Road Warrior is now level 7. Sync 2 into Formula. Draw a card. Now, eat another level off of Road Warrior. Now your Road Warrior is level 6. Your Junk Warrior is level 4. Your Formula is level 2. Can anyone do math? 2 plus 4 plus 6 is 12. That's Quasar. One turn, you got Quasar plus Level Eater, you drew a card, and you're probably just going to win from here anyway. I mean, let's be honest. But I actually have found in playthrough with this deck that if you have the additional access to Quillbolt Hedgehog, and you happen to hit 2 tunings in one turn, you can make Quasar and still leave Road Warrior on the field. So you have a Road Warrior, a Quasar, and a Level Eater. It's just silly. It's so good. So good. But yeah, so that's the deck. I don't have a side deck made up, but I have set aside here in that side deck zone some cards that if you were going to play this deck, you should consider siding for this deck. The first one would be Debunk. If you're going to side this card, I'd say side at least 2, if not 3, because Valor and Max C both suck for this deck. And especially with Max C reprints, it's going to be everywhere. So I'd side Debunks because it stops them from drawing cards, it stops them from stopping your plays. Yeah, it's just good. Not to mention, it should stop Gores too, if they try to drop that on you in the middle of you trying to kill them with a Fiery Passion with Quasar. I mean, Quasar could do that himself, but I mean, why waste his negation on that? Next card The next 4 cards here I have are all spell and trap hate because, as I said before, stuff like macro and skill drain and such really just blow. Warnings, bottomlesses, stuff like that. You really just don't want them hitting anything. So you got Twister, takes care of all of your face-up problem cards like Skill Drain, Necro Valley, stuff like that. Malevolent Catastrophe, it's, just like Heavy Storm when they attack. Just blows everything apart. Dust Tornado, it's the trap version of MST. I mean, there's not much to say about that. And Royal Decree to shut down all their traps. The advantage to Decree is that they can't gores if you decree their traps, so they're pinned with having like 2 or 3 cards in the backfield, and they can't drop a gores to stop your disgustingly ridiculous plays from going through. Yeah, so Decree is another thing to consider. Personally, I'd side 2 of these at least. The next 2 cards, Soul Taker and Smashing Ground, I have designated both of these because of Thunder King. Thunder King is just not very cool for this deck. It stops this, all your synchro summons, and kind of the worst part actually isn't really stopping the synchro summons, it's stopping these guys right here. Rhoda and your tunings. You really want those guys to go through because those are they're really what, set your plays up and stuff. So if you've got a Thunder King on your opponent's side of the field, that just blows. That really just blows to have Thunder King stopping all of your plays. So, yeah. If I was playing against, or if I was going to play this deck in real life, unfortunately I can't afford it right now because of the damn tunings and Quasar, but I think that's going to be reprinted soon, so, fingers crossed on that. But, anyway, Thunder King sucks, so Soul Taker and Smashing Ground is ways to get rid of them, or ways to get rid of it. Yeah, so that is Junk. Junk, as I said, it's a really, even if it's like, I haven't played this deck against too terribly many of the meta decks. I've played it against a lot of Sam, a lot of heroes. Haven't gotten a chance to play it against Rabbit or Girja yet. But you can drop Quasar on your first or second turn fairly easy. Quasar is a win condition, as we all know. So, if you can get, you can get that off, you're fine. But, I mean, even if you don't want to play it competitively, it's still a really entertaining deck. I definitely recommend trying it out, even, just as a fun deck to play on here. Because, I think a lot of people forget that, with competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Play, the game was made to be fun. So, have fun with it. Play a deck that's just silly and derpy and is made of a whole bunch of little tiny toys that's not stupid fucking wind-ups. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the deck. If you guys have any comments on the deck or something, leave whatever you want in the comments below. Rate, subscribe. I think a lot of us in the underground have some way or another either screen record or just straight up, record through webcam or whatever. So if you guys have, decks that you want us to, make up and talk about, or cards that you have questions about, or just asking us for our own thoughts on the format, packs, decks, tech choices, stuff like that, really let us know. We enjoy doing this. And we're glad that you guys are coming and watching this stuff. It's really cool. I think that's about it. This is Zach. Thank you for listening to me rant on about one of my favorite decks. I will catch you guys later.